Okay, welcome to another episode of Black Atlas Goings On. My name is Kenny, aka Black Atlas. I know y'all are saying it with me now. And today we are doing another recipe in the Ninja Foodi. This looks like it's going to be a side dish. It is called whole roasted Sicilian cauliflower. So we are going to go through the ingredients one by one, and then we are going to go to the steps as usual. Okay, so we are going to start with the ingredients. We have a half a cup of water. Then we have one medium head of cauliflower with the leaves removed. Then we have 1/4 cup of olive oil, 4 cloves of garlic peeled and minced, 2 tablespoons of capers. Then we have 1 teaspoon of crushed red peppers, 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, and then we have 1 tablespoon of fresh parsley chopped for garnish. Okay, so we are going to start going through the steps one by one. So step one says place water and cook in crisp basket in pot. So let's get that done. Here is the half cup of water. And here is the cook and crisp basket. Okay, step one is done. Now step two says with a knife, cut an X into the head of the cauliflower, slicing about halfway down, and then place the cauliflower into the basket. So let's go ahead and get that done. Here's the knife. Let's go ahead and slice an X about halfway down. So essentially, you are just cutting the cauliflower into quarters. And we just did that. So let's go ahead and get the second part of that step done and put it in a basket. Okay, so we have step two done. And step three says to assemble the pressure lid, making sure the pressure release valve is in the seal position. Select pressure and set to low, which is different from any of the other pressure recipes that we've done. And then set time to 3 minutes and select start to begin. So let's go ahead and get that done. Pressure lid is on. Turn it to low. Set it to 3 minutes. And then hit start stop. So after that, it says in a small bowl, stir together the olive oil, garlic, capers, and crushed red peppers. So once this is close to being done, we will go ahead and get that done. Okay, so the next step we have here is in a small bowl, stir together olive oil, garlic, capers, and crushed red peppers. So we got a small bowl here. We're going to get everything in there, mix it up. Okay, so we got that mixed up here in a small bowl. And it says when the pressure cooking is complete, quick release the pressure by removing the pressure release valve to vent, and then carefully remove the lid when unit is finished releasing pressure. So I'm going to go ahead. The pressure is already released. Let's go ahead and get that lid removed. Okay, and one of the pieces of the corners, like the quarters, has fallen off. So that has happened. And then the next step is spread the oil mixture evenly over the cauliflower, placing some of it into the center of the cauliflower, and then sprinkle the Parmesan cheese evenly over the cauliflower. So let's go ahead and get that out here, get it on like a plate or something so we can spread it evenly, and then we can get it back in there. All right, so we got the cauliflower out of the Ninja Foodi, and now we are going to go ahead and spread this over there evenly. And I have a brush over here that I'm going to grab to make sure, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, I have the cauliflower covered pretty evenly with that sauce or that rub, whatever you want to call it. And then let's move on to the next step, which is place cauliflower back into cooking crisp basket, sprinkle Parmesan cheese over, close crisping lid, select air crisp, set temperature to 390 and set time to 10 minutes, and then begin. So let's get all of that done. Okay, we have the cauliflower inside and the Parmesan cheese and the rub is all over it. So now we are going to move on to the next step where we are going to close the crisping lid. Then we are going to select air crisp. Then we are going to leave it at 390 because that's what is on there now. And then we're going to set the time for 10 minutes. Then we are going to hit start stop and let that go. And then it says after that, when cooking is complete, transfer the cauliflower to a serving platter using a large spatula and then garnish with fresh parsley. So we will see y'all when this is done. Okay, so we got the cauliflower out of the Ninja Foodi and we have it into an aluminum pan. And it does look and smell delicious. So there is, hopefully it doesn't fall out, but there is what it looks like. Let me see if I can bring it a little bit closer. It looks like that cheese melted real good. And so we are going to go ahead and get this on a little plate and go ahead and get that taste test in. Okay, so we have some on a plate. So let's go ahead and taste. Make sure I get a piece that has the capers and the cheese and the garlic. There we are. So, the first thing that came through was actually the crushed red peppers. It does have a little kick to it, and that kick comes right up front. But it's not too bad. It's not bad where it burns your mouth off. It's really good. And then you start to taste the other flavors like the garlic and the olive oil. And then you get a little bit of crunch from the cheese. So that's actually really good as well. So all in all, this was actually a good recipe. I liked it. And before, I was not a big cauliflower fan. I'm more of a broccoli fan, but I could eat cauliflower like this. It's delicious. So with that being said, this has been whole roasted Sicilian cauliflower in the Ninja Foodi. My name is Kenny, aka Black Atlas, and make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and I thank all of you that have already done that. It does not cost you anything to do that, but it helps out the channel and it helps get us out there as well. With
well.
that being said, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.